Hi everyone, I'm Peter Ride and I'm your course leader. For those of you who I haven't met, obviously I've met some of you. Now I'm really sorry I'm not with you today on Wednesday. I'll be seeing you tomorrow on Thursday. But right now I'm away, or rather on Wednesday I'm away in Sweden for some meetings about a museum project which I'll be telling you about when I see you. And but as I'm recording this, actually I'm in Australia. This is Friday just gone for you, and I'm standing on the banks of the lake in Canberra, the capital city. And behind me, one of the reasons why I thought I'd tell you this, behind me is an interesting building there. This is the National Museum of Australia, and this is one of my favourite museums in the world, partly because I'm Australian, I suppose, but secondly because I think their approach is really interesting, and it's absolutely typical for the things that we're looking at in this course. This museum's slogan is National Museum of Australia, where our stories live. Where our stories live. So what they're interested in doing is saying to the people of Australia, and saying to the tourists and who come, saying to other people, the museum is a place that houses stories. It's not about having dead objects. It's not about just being a place of expertise. It's not just about being a place of exhibitions. It's actually about stories. What are the things that we're communicating? What are the things that have value? And of course, stories have incredible cultural value, and they give us a sense of reality, and they help us understand what we consider to be meaning in the world. And those are all the things that we're interested in this course. We're interested in saying, what stories are we telling? Whose stories do we have a right to tell? How do we tell those stories? And how do we communicate to people? How do we communicate to our visitors when they come into the museum? And we do it through all sorts of ways. And with a building like this, of course, for example, it's kind of quite extraordinary architecture. You see a bit of orange and you see a bit of red and interesting shapes. The architecture is a really important way in which this museum tells stories. The way in which it's situated on a beautiful lake and a national capital is also part of the way in which the story is being told. But there's lots more about the languages being used, about the exhibitions that are being put on, about the education programs, about the way in which they develop programs to attract and work with audiences. And we'll be talking about many of these things this semester, and we'll be talking about many of these things next semester as well. So I'm really looking forward to having you on the course. As I say, I'll be with you tomorrow, and I'll be talking with you about, first of all, about generally how the course is laid out, and answering any of your questions about what we're doing. But so for the meantime, have a great Wednesday, great introduction to the School of Humanities. I know that Alexa is going to look after you, and Alexa Wright, and take you to a fascinating exhibition. And I want to talk to you about that and what you think about the exhibition. So have a great time on your first day at the university, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.